morning, guys. How are y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I'm headed to the gym this morning, and I was just thinking about how the amount of time that we spend at home teaching our children material that we feel like they should have already learned in school. Like, there is a difference between helping your kids doing homework and actually teaching your kids, giving them actual lessons on things that you feel like they should already know. Like, what is going on? Like, why is it that every service or every business in this day and age is not doing their job right? You go to restaurants, the service is suck. You go to hotels, even luxury hotels, the service is subpar. Like, everything seems to have subpar service, and it's crazy. Like, what generations are we building? Like, I don't know what it is, but this is not even just coming from the school that my kids go to. It's coming from other parents who send like their kids to other schools. It seems like the kids are given tons and tons of homework with very basic, not even basic, mediocre lessons. And I don't understand what it is. I mean, I think I talked about this briefly in my other video where I had walked into a class one day and the teacher was slouching on her phone. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what kind of behavior is this? You scrolling on your phone in a classroom? Like, I understand if you have to pick up, a call, or you have to send a text right away. There's a difference. You can tell the aura of somebody who's answering an emergency type of text message or having to send a regular text message or answering a call versus someone who's just scrolling. I'm like, what is going on? Why? What is happening? Like, our kids are not learning anything at schools. They're learning maybe 30% of the material. What the heck am I spending all this money for? And this goes to also public schools. Public schools are even worse, I'm hearing. Like, what is going on? What is actually going on? Like, when I went to school, my parents barely did any work. Barely. All they did was, did you do your homework? Looked it over maybe like 5 minutes, and that was it. They didn't have to do all these lessons. Now we feel like if we don't teach our kids in the household, these kids are gonna be like not knowing how to write, not knowing how to like do simple mathematics at an age where they should. Like, what is actually going on? What are these teachers getting paid for? And no wonder some of them are, and no wonder they're like, well, if teachers are not doing what they're supposed to do to help these kids, let AI do it. Let them just do it online. You hire maybe one teacher instead of 3, and then that's it. And just let the parents do it. Give the parents something so that they can do homeschooling. And then you have one teacher from somewhere just ensuring that they're progressing. I mean, like, if that's how it's gonna be, then you pay parents to stay at home and teach their kids. But it's not all parents who want to do that. That's my problem. Because parents, we didn't go to education school, to want to have to teach school things to our children. We went to get our own careers. That's why they're coming to school, And this is not to bash all teachers, because there are some teachers out there that are amazing. There is specifically, even at my kids' school, one teacher she loves so much, and not only she's a good teacher in teaching, but she's just even so empathic and so emotionally available for her kids. And it's rare to find teachers like that nowadays. A lot of these teachers are in the school systems, and you can see it all up in their face that it's all about the money. They don't care about the kids and just themselves. But remember that if you had that kind of treatment when you were a kid, you wouldn't be where you are right now. Maybe you would have a completely different look of just a day-to-day life. Like, the teachers that I had when I was younger, they were like second parents almost. Like, you could rely on them. You would know that if they tell you something, it is the right thing. Another thing, like the dressing. Like the dress code, there is no dress code right now. You go into these schools and these teachers are wearing crop tops, and you can tell that they're trying to hide a little bit that it's a crop top by pulling their pants up a little bit. I'm like, no, you're not gonna go to school and just be wearing crop tops and be wearing low cleavage shirts. Like, what is this? You know, first of all, school is not a fashion show, and second of all, it is not a strip club. Like, cover up your tummies, cover up your boobs. Like, what is this? And you've got little girls that are 6, 7-year-old, 8-year-olds aspiring to dress like that. You know, you're not about to wear Lululemon leggings up in the classroom. Come on now, wear cute clothes, but professional clothes. You know, there's so many cute ways to look cute, you know, while going to work. That doesn't mean that you have to wear a baggy dress that is, you know, no, but just presentable. What is this? What is going on? Like, priorities mixed up or something. I have no idea, but something needs to change. Because, like, I feel like this whole big heavy anxiety about, like, you know, anytime they come back home, it's like, how much homework are they going to have? Because now this is my homework. And I got stuff to do. I got to make money to pay you. So, like, what is this? This morning, I just was like, I'm about to come here and talk about this, because how are you guys feeling about it? Like, what is you guys' experience? Because I'm not the only parent complaining. I've got friends who are saying the exact same thing and even worse. Like, sometimes the kids come home and these kids, it's not like they're not paying attention. They are paying attention. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, there are some kids that you just cannot redirect them, but you know your kid. You know how they are. You know that if they are in the right setting and the right environment, they will do well. And so you try your best to put them in an environment that seems conducive to their learning. But when you know all of this and the kid still is not at the level where you want them to be, and you know the teacher is a lazy teacher, then you're like, what the heck am I paying all this money for? Like, as a teacher, you should have skills to know how to redirect kids. That doesn't mean you have to discipline them. That is not what I'm talking about, because there are teachers out here who want to twist what I'm saying, and they will say that, oh, it is your job to teach your kids how to behave, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it is. But it is also your job to know how to handle a classroom. It is also your job to know how to redirect children while you are teaching them. It is also your job to teach them the material in the classroom, to give them the basic lessons so that they know what to bring home to do homework on. It is not my job to do that. What I'm saying is not difficult to understand. You know, I am a very reasonable person. You know, I'm a professional myself. We're not saying teach our kids how to be kids. Do you understand? We're saying just make sure you give them the lessons they need to be able to do their homework well. The lessons that they need to be able to learn. That's all we're saying. That is all we're saying. These kids are in schools that, especially be careful if you're sending your schools to like private entities. Like, some Montessori's out there are good, but some Montessori's are not good. They're all for profit based, and all they care about is getting as many kids that they can, opening up more schools, just more profit, and they're forgetting the real foundation of Montessori. And they take advantage of the fact that Montessori is not about like group based kind of learning and like worksheets and like these like rigid schedules that they may have in other public schools or other private schools. And they take advantage of the fact that kids learn at their own pace. And so basically what they do is teach them nothing, or whatever they have time, they teach them a new lesson. And so your kid is going to be stuck drawing circles for like 3-4 months, you know, with the excuse that, oh, that's what your child is at. No, teach them how to draw squares now, okay? Unless you're the parent who's like constantly on top of your kids' work, and you realize that no, they need to learn, you know, more than 1 + 1 now. They need to learn 20 + 30. You know, that's a big gap. you know, that's where I say Montessori is good if you go to a really good Montessori that really has enough teachers and dedication to really understand each child's individual needs, and then they go based off of that pace and provide them lessons according to their pace. Not that the schools that take advantage of that system and then only teach the kids whenever they have time, and then wrap it up in a gift bag and say, oh, it's because your child is at that level in Montessori, this is how it works. Be careful on that with Montessori. That's what they don't tell you, but that's what happens a lot of the times. And I've been experiencing that, and then we are constantly having to, you know, provide more education in the household, and you're like, what am I paying for? So I love Montessori system, but only when it is done right. Be very careful when you're going to send your kids a Montessori school system. Make sure you ask a lot of questions. Make sure that your kids are in an environment where there's enough teachers that have a good plan, you know, of what things are supposed to look like at which stage, and then yes, apply that to what each child's level is. But not like today we're learning squares, tomorrow we're learning plants, and the whole day they're learning the squares, and I'm so confused, girl. Like, I'm so happy that we're making the switch, because I think we stayed at the school for a little bit too long. But this thought is not coming just out of this school. Like, there's other schools that, you know, parents have talked about the same thing. Both Montessori, both public schools, not so much so private schools. I think private schools are a little bit better in terms of like following curriculums, because you're paying a lot of money, and so they try to ensure their teachers are doing a good job with their kids. But some other schools out here, you could still be paying a lot of money and not get what you're supposed to be getting, and that is what my problem is. That is what my problem is. I think we have to do better in general. In a lot of like professions, we have to do better in this generation. Because I go to hotels, and even like the service that you're getting, you feel like, oh, what is this? It's like, you're doing me a favor by serving me, but I'm paying you. What is that about? You know? Anyway, let me just get on going to this gym and start my day on a good note. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.